Welcome back to Meghan and Harry Tales. I'm your host, Adrian. Today, we're diving into a story that has royal watchers on the edge of their seats. Could Kate Middleton be the key to healing the rift between Prince William and Prince Harry? This week, as Harry made his way back to the UK for what many are calling a significant visit, questions arose about whether the Princess of Wales might be more open to reconciliation than her husband. We'll examine the evidence, hear from royal experts, and explore what this could mean for the future of the royal family. But first, let's set the scene with what happened during Harry's recent visit. On Monday, Prince Harry touched down at Heathrow Airport and made his way directly to St James's Chapel, a journey of just 7 miles that would prove symbolically much longer. His destination? To visit the grave of his beloved grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II, on the 3rd anniversary of her passing. What makes this particularly intriguing is the timing. At the very same moment Harry was paying his respects, Prince William and Kate Middleton were making a last-minute appearance at the Sunningdale Women's Institute. The proximity just 7 miles apart has led many to question whether this was coincidence or carefully orchestrated avoidance. Royal author and professor at Royal Holloway, Pauline Maclaran, offers this perspective. It's pretty well known that William is estranged from his brother, so I doubt if she would meet Harry without William's approval. This statement raises fascinating questions about Kate's position in all of this. Is she merely following her husband's lead, or does she have her own views on reconciliation? The visit wasn't just about remembrance, though. On Wednesday, Harry had a significant 55-minute meeting with King Charles at Clarence House, a meeting that Buckingham Palace officially confirmed. This suggests that while one brother may be keeping his distance, the father-son relationship is still very much active. To understand Kate's potential role as a bridge builder, we need to look back at her relationship with Harry before the family divisions became so pronounced. For years, Kate, William and Harry were seen as an inseparable trio. They worked together on mental health initiatives, appeared jointly at royal events, and Kate was often described as the sister Harry never had. Photos from that era show genuine warmth and camaraderie between them. But here's where it gets complex. Professor Maclaran suggests that Kate wouldn't meet with Harry without William's approval. This raises questions about agency within the royal marriage and how decisions about family reconciliations are made behind palace walls. However, some royal observers believe Kate's approach to conflict resolution differs from William's. Where William is described as more protective and potentially holding grudges longer, Kate has often been portrayed as a peacemaker, someone who understands the importance of family unity, especially given her own close-knit family background. There's also the practical consideration of Kate's role as future queen consort. She may be thinking about the long-term implications of this family rift, not just for the immediate family, but for the monarchy's public image and stability. The question becomes, is Kate privately advocating for reconciliation while publicly supporting her husband's stance? Or is she genuinely aligned with William's more cautious approach? To understand whether Kate could successfully advocate for reconciliation, we need to examine William's current position and what might motivate a change in his approach. According to sources close to the situation, William's reluctance stems from what he perceives as Harry's pattern of choosing public exposure over private resolution. An insider told the Mirror, William feels Harry has repeatedly chosen public exposure over private resolution, and that the royal family can't keep being dragged into the headlines every time there's a new contract to promote. This perspective suggests William's concerns aren't just personal, they're institutional. As future king, he's thinking about protecting the monarchy from further public drama and media speculation. However, there are signs that William might be open to reconciliation under the right circumstances. Reports suggest he would be willing to meet with Harry if certain conditions are met, primarily that private family matters remain private. Recent observations note that Harry has been more restrained in his public comments about the royal family, and Meghan has similarly toned down her statements. This shift in approach might be exactly what William needs to see before considering a meeting. But here's where Kate's influence could be crucial. As William's closest advisor and the person who knows him best, she might be uniquely positioned to help him see the benefits of reconciliation, not just for the family, but for his own emotional well-being and his children's relationship with their uncle. One aspect that's often overlooked in discussions about royal reconciliation is the impact on the next generation William and Kate's children, and Harry and Meghan's children. Prince George, Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis have grown up largely without knowing their American cousins, Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet. Similarly, Archie and Lilibet have limited connections to their royal relatives in the UK. Kate, as a mother, likely considers how this family division affects all the children involved. She's been praised for her focus on child development and family stability, so the idea of cousins growing up estranged might weigh heavily on her mind. Professor Maclaran notes that Harry's recent visit appeared genuine in its intent to honour Queen Elizabeth's memory, but also served to remind the family of his ongoing royal status and his desire to maintain connections. For Kate, this might represent an opportunity. If she can frame reconciliation in terms of what's best for the children and the family's future stability, she might find a way to influence William's thinking. So what might reconciliation actually look like? And what role could Kate play in making it happen? Several factors seem to be aligning that could create an opening for Kate to act as a mediator. First, Harry's more measured public approach suggests he's serious about repairing relationships rather than generating headlines. Second, the successful meeting between Harry and King Charles demonstrates that reconciliation within the family is possible. Third, and perhaps most importantly, time may be working in favour of healing. The immediate anger and hurt feelings from Harry's book and the Netflix series may be beginning to fade, replaced by a recognition that family is ultimately more important than grievances. Kate's approach would likely need to be subtle and gradual. Rather than pushing for a dramatic reunion, she might advocate for small steps, perhaps a private phone call or a brief meeting during one of Harry's future visits to the UK. Her strength in this situation would be her ability to present reconciliation as beneficial for everyone involved, including William. She could emphasise how repairing the relationship might actually reduce media speculation and public drama rather than increase it. There's also the consideration of Kate's own relationship with Harry. If she maintains private communication with him, she might be able to facilitate understanding between the brothers by helping each understand the other's perspective. However, Kate faces significant challenges. She must balance her loyalty to her husband with her desire for family harmony. She needs to respect William's concerns while potentially advocating for a different approach, and she must navigate the complex dynamics of royal protocol and public expectations. As we wrap up today's discussion, the question remains, will Kate Middleton emerge as the bridge builder who helps heal the rift between William and Harry? The answer may depend on several factors: Harry's continued restraint in public comments, William's willingness to consider reconciliation, and Kate's ability to influence the situation without overstepping her role as a supportive spouse. What we do know is that family relationships are rarely simple, and royal family relationships are even more complex. But if anyone has the combination of diplomatic skill, family values, and influence needed to facilitate healing, it might just be the future Queen Consort. What do you think? Could Kate be the key to royal reconciliation? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights into the ongoing story of Meghan and Harry. Until next time, this is Adrian signing off from Meghan and Harry Tales.